Dave Berke, the author of The Need to Lead. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's an honor. And I was on the other end of the naval spectrum. I was in the submarine service for 8 years. So you know that that's where I'm coming from.
Well, thanks
Uh,
for your service.
hey, and I love this book. There was the first thing I wanted to get to. Leadership is counterintuitive.
Yeah.
When I read that, I started thinking about it. It's true in all aspects of business, but explain that to me, what that means.
Yeah. Unfortunately, our instincts, our intuition isn't always right. And sometimes the best example is the simplest one is if I'm your boss and you're working for me and you're not listening to me, my intuition, my instinct says if they're not listening, I should talk more and talk louder. That's what my instinct says. But we both know, especially in our time in the military, that's wrong. And if you're not listening to me, what need to do is the opposite, the counterintuitive thing, which is I need to listen to you more, and that will allow me to have a little more influence over you. So I need to think about that a little bit differently. My intuition is usually wrong.
As leaders, as managers, it's the old parenting thing that if you hold on to something too tight, it all slips through your
There you go.
fingers.
It's
But how do
exactly
you
right.
this seems to me anyone who's in a management position needs to read this book because it's a reminder, and we all need to be reminded. Are there common things that you see with managers that they need to be reminded of?
Yeah, I think first of all, you said that extremely well. Like I said, that those instincts that we have to do certain things often have negative results in the long run. And as a leader, part of it is the way we think, our mindset, our behaviors in our own brain, and part of it is the actions that we take. And you really have to have the mindset of a good leader and the actions of a good leader together really are super critical. And if you just think of one without the other, you're going to run into some problems because like you said, our natural instincts sometimes are opposite of what we should do. And a good leader has to be open-minded to things that maybe don't come naturally at first. This is a skill you got to learn. And it's true for all leaders. Nobody is born being a good leader.
The Need to Lead is the name of the book, and I think it's never been more difficult than right now to be a leader or a manager because think about companies make decisions. There's no longer, and I'll say it, it's not just my industry, any industry. People feel like that there's not that commitment from up on high to if I hire you, you're going to stay here for 40 years. I'm in Detroit, the auto industry. I mean, if you got a job working for Ford, you worked at Ford and retired. But now there
Yeah.
are external factors and things that happen. And if you're managing people, they're looking at you going, yeah, you could tell me all you want, but my ass could still be on the curb in 6 months. Do you see what I'm saying? It's a tough time
Yeah.
to be a manager.
It absolutely is. I think leadership is always difficult. Right now, it's now I don't think it's ever been more dynamic and more challenging. And really, I think what that does is driving us back to the core foundational things. Been talking about this is the first thing you have to have in a leadership role is a good relationship to help people get through these challenging times. And that relationship is built on trust and respect and listening and understanding those dynamics you just alluded to, not making assumptions, not making demands, but the foundation of all good leadership is a good relationship, and that helps you through these really, really dynamic times.
I always remember that one of the things in LDP was commend in public, correct in private.
Yes.
Right? I mean, that was like
Yeah.
and I've carried that through parenting and dealing with people in my life that it seems to be one of those things that you just learn. Other things, and you do talk about that in your book, which is a great read, by the way, Dave. It really is.
I appreciate it.
Um, Other things that you've learned from your time in the Marine Corps and as a pilot and with Top Gun and everything that is carried over to not only business but to life.
Yeah, I think one of the hardest things I had to learn, especially as a single seat fighter pilot, the world in your brain seems to revolve around you. You think you're the center of the universe is there's a degree of open-mindedness to other perspectives, to other ideas, to other points of view that you really have to learn to cultivate. I got very comfortable seeing the world early in my career through my own eyes. And I remember being on an aircraft carrier thinking, I am the center of the universe. I'm the F-18 pilot on an aircraft carrier. And what I came to realize was I could not move a single inch on that carrier without the work of literally thousands of other people putting in incredible amount of effort in areas that I didn't even understand. So you have to get out of your own head, your own point of view. You have to detach from that and learn what the people around you are doing and how they contribute. That open-mindedness can be really difficult. Detaching from your perspective is a really important skill to learn in leadership.
And I also think that open-mindedness is, Dave, that the other problem too is not a problem. It's just a challenge that we have more offices than brick and mortar that people are working remotely during the course of the week. You don't have people in the office 9 to 5, 5 days a week. You may only touch base with them
Yeah.
1 day a week or 2 days a week. I keep thinking as managers, this is again unlike anything we've ever had to deal with, and it makes it even harder.
Yeah, it does, and this is a different world than a lot of us grew up in, and one of the things I think about is if your opportunity to interact is diminished because of that space or that distance or that remoteness, when you are together, you have to take full advantage of that time. Every opportunity you have to strengthen that relationship, you gotta take that. Don't waste those opportunities because, to your point, they're more fleeting than they used to be in the past.
The relationship part of it is even, I think that's a great word. I that to me is, managers and the book is the need to lead, but as a manager, those relationships you build with your employees, it's even more important. On the other end, it's even more important to me as an employee. I need to know that my manager's connected to me on some level.
Yeah, that they care about me, and we
Right,
find that if you
right.
think that I care about you, if you believe that I care about you and have your best interests in mind, we have almost unlimited ability. But if you figure out the opposite is true, that I don't really care about you, you're just a tool for me to be successful, man, that spells disaster. And caring for your people is probably the most important thing you can do as a leader.
What'd you learn writing this book?
That I'm not a great writer. This was hard, man. This was this was hard for me. I took all these lessons in my head, they made so much sense in my head. Getting them out on paper took some time. It was a very humbling experience for me.
So we're getting close to Veterans Day, and what we do at I Thank You Lunch, and we do I Thank You Friday every day. Every Friday on the radio station, we feature a local veteran organization, and I want to say thank you not only for your service and what you do, but it's something that we should be doing year round, right?
Yeah, well, first of all, I appreciate that. Second, right back at you. And I guess third, thank you for making that a priority all the time, not just one day a year. That means a lot, man.
So I'm going to bug you because I have an idea for next year. You ready? You're going to get an
Uh,
elevator pitch when you're pitching your book to me. Ready?
Hit it. What do you got?
I want to make it a national thing halfway to Veterans Day. You know, we do halfway to Christmas. I want to do halfway to Veterans Day. Don't wait till Veterans Day to say thank you. Pick the halfway point. It's in May. I think it's May 12th next year on a Friday. I want it to become a thing around the country where all these restaurants and people that stop on Veterans Day, you do halfway to Veterans Day.
I love it. I am in. Add me to the list. I'm on board.
Yay! Okay. All right. Hey,
Good pitch.
keep doing what you're doing. Come back to Detroit. You need to come back, and we need to set some time up here to get you to come back here. With the amount of companies and the influence in Detroit and the way this city is just growing so rapidly, you need to be here. You need to come here.
I would love to. I'll be there in a heartbeat. Let's make it happen.
All right. Hey, Dave, it's an honor talking to you. The need to lead. Thank you for your service. I know the men's division of the Navy, the Marine Corps, blah, blah, blah. I learned all
Right
that
on.
stuff too. All right. Be
It's great
well.
to be here, man. Thank you.
Great stuff. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
That was awesome. Appreciate it.
I'm serious about that for coming back here.
I absolutely. If there's opportunity we got to get the word out, man. Good leadership is important everywhere. And that this sounds like an awesome opportunity. I would do it in
It's
a
blown
heartbeat.
up. I'll send you a note. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks.